Howdy y'all, I'm back in the shop here today. Moved a bunch of stuff out of the way to around this old International. Kind of go over it a little bit and hopefully start it up. Pretty much all original old International, but still runs pretty well. So let me grab the camera here and we'll go over this thing a little bit. So this is an International famous 8-horse hit and miss engine. Yeah, tags on it, but it's hard to see down there. Usually if I try to get the lighting right, it never works. But this thing, all original, like I said, is a hit and miss. You'll see this rod, the way it works when it's in action. This has a igniter fired system, spark fired, with a spark saver, which I will show. You'll be able to see how that works a little bit better. The gas tank is not original. It would originally be down in the base of the machine or the engine, but I have it, but just haven't got it on there yet. I mean, this works fine for what it is. This thing runs very, very slow. This throttle lever works on that cone back there on the slider for the flyweights, but we run it slow as can be. It even has one of the springs is off of the flyweights just so it doesn't put any more tension than needs be. This has a water pump on it that would suck the water out of the engine. There's a hose that goes on here, and there's a cooling screen and tank that sits back behind it. Just takes up too much room. This would suck the water in and pump it through the engine, through that one, and as it comes back out here, it would come across the top of the screen and trickle back down in and just keep on going. Got the clutch on it here in the pulley. Still got a lot of material. I don't know what this engine actually did, but got a lot of material from a belt still on there. Just left that on there. Gives it a little bit of character, I guess. These I have the cap, the spring broke for that, so I just keep the cap off so it doesn't get lost. But there's normally a spring on there that keeps that down there. You just fill them up with oil and to lube the main bearings. So this has a compression release on it. This lever right here, you see, moves that roller over. And as the cam turned, it would come over here and ride on this little thing. It would open the exhaust valve up just a shot to help in startup, but you will see this thing has very, very little compression, but it's still enough to run and suck the gas and air in. And so you'll be able to see that as I'm turning it over. It takes very, very little effort to get it going, hopefully. So, some of my other videos I've mentioned, I hate seeing a guy standing here doing all the oiling when you want to see something run. So, all the oiling's already done. So, let me get things mounted back up here and see if we can make some fire. This does have a manual hand pump on it. You just work it by hand and it fills this little bowl up. Okay, put that in there. Gas on. Battery hooked up. Oiler on. Contact. Let's see what happens. Not too bad for 120 plus years old, huh? So, like I said, this is a hit and miss. You'll be able to see, you can see it from the side. You can see this lever in here. It's locked out right now. So this has an igniter on it, which sparks, and this has a spark saver. What happens, what that is, now that the exhaust is locked out, it's just freewheeling, but it's still tripping your igniter, but this connects your ground from the battery. So when it connects to ground, that completes the circuit, and even though now that you're sitting here freewheeling, still tripping the igniter, you're not sparking and burning your points and wasting your battery. So you can see the water pump, how it's on an eccentric right off the crankshaft. That's how that works. And that little roller in there, you can kind of see it's on that cone. That's how your speed control works. This old thing would just sit here and run all day long like that if you wanted it to. And it runs so slow, you really wouldn't even need the cooling tank hooked up, but it's nice to see that. It's definitely a visual thing. But I could sit and listen to this whole thing run all day long if I wanted to, but I didn't have anything else to do. Got a little smoke here. Let me back her down a little bit. Okay, well, that's a 8 horsepower International Famous, how she works and how she runs even with hardly any compression. So if you like that stuff, thanks for watching. Appreciate you subscribing and sharing. And stay tuned. You never know. I got all kinds of projects. You never know which one's going to come in here next. So we'll catch y'all later.